which is mandated and the expert organization to work with the handloom weavers. And this handloom weaving has very long and very ancient history. You have heard about the muslin. Muslin was the product of this part of the Indian subcontinent. Before that, muslin was the only product which used to travel from this part to Europe and the Middle East. And there was a traditional role. And the folk of the African folk, European folk, and even Japanese folk talk about muslin. And due to after colonization, when the British came here, they systematically tried to destroy the cotton industry, the local cotton industry, so that they can produce there and export. And that irony and the tragedy of this muslin happened here, that these weavers ultimately started buying the products, Western products. This was the tragedy, that the muslin, once the very famous and the world famous product used to be exported from here. This was the finest, very thin, finest cloth at that time. And even wrapping 7 times, and people used to allege that this is not steel proper, it is so thin that the limbs are visible. That was the highest point of muslin. And though muslin has ended, and tragically, but the weaving didn't become the extinct. Weaving is still here, and weaving has a very large market, in fact, locally and internationally. We are facing many challenges these days because these weaving, jamdani and other clothes, India was another big market for Bangladesh. And since the Bengali diaspora, Pakistani and Indian diaspora is all around the world, and these jamdani, muslin and other cloths are the very chosen items globally. But unfortunately, we couldn't make a system and infrastructure to reach those areas except individual exercises. That's why Najmul has approached us whether we can work with him. I congratulate and I'm grateful as a chairman of the Handloom Board that Najmul has approached us to train the weavers and particularly women, and how to export those items to the globally. We have our setups and buildings and infrastructure throughout the country where we can provide him some support so that he can train the people and organize the people. And those installations have the facilities to stay overnight even. And we train only certain kind of things, but Najmul has more idea to train them, and he's giving more focus on marketing as well. Marketing was not our subject initially. Initially it was, but later on it didn't last. At present, we are also providing training to the weavers, but it is not highly focused on women, is it? We are mainly giving the training. Women are also coming, but it is not exclusively for women. It is mixed. And because of the social condition, in fact, males are more interested to come. And since we cannot give enough allowance for the training, in fact, the weavers cannot spend the whole day if he or she is not paid to sustain his family. that's why recently we have approached to the government to increase the training allowance, which was $2 nearly before. Now it has increased to $5. $5 is not, it's not sufficient still. Still we are pursuing to make it higher. I think I appreciate the effort of the Najmul. He's doing tremendous.
Duration of the training.
Duration, how many days? 7 days.
7 days.
7 days. The training, in fact, the training we are providing is not sufficient. We don't have that expert to change the design. India is well ahead in some cases, and our weavers also expert in some cases and ahead of India. And secondly, one point I want to share here, since you'll be working with Najmul, that these weavers, we provide them some money. Loan. They get it back without interest. But that loan also is not sufficient, and we have a loan for the entrepreneurs too. That is 5 to 10 lakhs. But entrepreneurs are not interested for that meek amount. They ask for a large amount. If it is 50 lakhs or something like that, they can sustain. Otherwise, the 5 lakh, 10 lakh, they are not interested at all. Another service we provide, with all good intention, government try to give them some subsidy on the dyes and the fabrics. But ultimately that system was not very successful because middlemen in between, the weavers are very marginal people. They don't know how to import, they don't understand anything about the LC or nothing. They don't understand anything. Middlemen came, they took the permission, and they, in fact, get the whole profit. That's why we're thinking otherwise, what we can do for these marginal weavers. To reach the marginal weavers is really difficult, and since another problem is that now the cloth pattern also changing. Once ladies used to wear the saris only, beautiful saris, but these days they are changing fashions. That's why if we cannot give effective training to the weavers, in fact this industry will not survive in the long run. That's why, since it is nearly 1 million weavers around the country, it's very crucial to make them adaptable with the changing circumstances. So thank you very much, Najmul, for inviting me. In fact, I want to invite Madam and honorable dignitaries to visit my office so that we can make a good picture before you what we can do. In fact, since many systems will ultimately sustain because of the middlemen, we are trying to find the alternatives so that we can reach the marginal people. I think Najmul would be a good ambassador for our handloom board to reach the marginal people. And I invite you all to my office someday. Tomorrow I'll be flying to Singapore for a training purpose. Coming back, if she or other members stay in the country, I will be very happy to receive you in my office. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, I worked with the Bangladesh Handloom Board 4 years. So what happened with 4 years, many performed our. So what happened? He is very friendly and he is very ready to help the weavers. and he's dedicated for the handloom weavers. He is dedicated for support them. So this is very good point for us, especially Fabric Lagbe, that the core team and the core person is helping to this industry. Thank you, sir. আপনি তো কষ্ট করে আসছেন এবং we are very glad to you all people যে আমরা একটু অফিস স্পেস ছোট হওয়ার কারণে সবাইকে ইনভাইট করতে পারি নাই। আমি কি বলা হয় যে এখন আমরা একটু সৌজন্য কিছু ফুল দিয়ে আমরা জিনিসটা শেষ করে সামনে দিকে শেষ করব।
Congratulate you with flowers and greet you for attending here.